Robin, we have a fabulous guest joining us now.
We certainly do. She is a triple threat. We're talking actress, producer, best-selling author, and now, ladies and gentlemen, she's back. She's playing Detective Syd Burnett. Don't mess with Syd in LA's finest. We say good morning to Gabrielle Union. You bring it as always. Wonderful to see you. Can we first talk about that beautiful family of yours, because you're so active on social media, and we know Zaya is back in school online. So fess up, Gabrielle.
Yes.
Fess up. Is it you or Dwayne who helps out with the schoolwork?
Neither. Zaya trusts neither of us to help her with her homework. And I was like, no, we're pretty smart. And she's like, I'm gonna stick with the professional. So she does not ask. I think the last thing she asked us about was like accelerating the Wi-Fi, but that's about all she does.
Sounds like my house too, Gabrielle. And it looks like your little one, Kavya, is also ready to go back to school. We saw the picture you posted on Instagram.
Yeah, she's a lot. She's a lot. You guys saw that tantrum that she threw with her backpack. And she's people's always say, it looks like she's been here before, and I'm like, yeah, and she was over it then, and she's over it now, and she's a handful.
I don't know. I kind of miss those days. That looks like a lot of fun. So does the whole family watch LA's Finest together?
Oh, absolutely not. I'm convinced that my family hasn't seen anything that I've done. I think Dee watched like 2 episodes of Being Mary Jane, and he was like, so are you having sexy time in every episode? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And that was really the end of that for him. So they'll probably catch up when we're in like season 4 or 5. But no, I don't even think they've seen like Bring It On. They're haters, basically. I live with a bunch of haters.
If they're watching this morning, let's give them a clip. Let's show a little bit of LA's Finest.
Okay.
I'm calling her. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. What we're gonna do our jobs. Detective McKenna, we are going to investigate, we will gather intel, we will build a case, and then bring Izzy in and put her in the box.
We?
Yes, we. You versus Izzy is like LeBron versus Kawhi. I'm not missing that. So pack all that stuff up and go back to playing the role of oblivious stepmom.
I am not oblivious.
I love seeing you two in action like that. But I want to go back to something, Gab, when you were talking about how the family and D-Wade, he doesn't see any of your work. But heaven forbid if you miss one of his games, right? Back in the day, if you missed one of his games, you didn't hear the end of it.
Oh, like he somehow, it didn't matter what was happening in the game. He could always tell what time I arrived if I was late. Or like if I came back, from the bar at halftime, he would have been like, in the 3rd quarter, catch a rebound and be like, what's going on? Like he didn't play any of those games. So I was like, that's interesting that I've seen literally a million of your games. I could give you all your stats, and you can't tell me what the plot line is for season 4.
I think you need to have a watch party. And we should mention, like, we saw some incredible dialogue there, but this is an action-packed show. Do you do your own stunts?
No, I try. Because inside, I'm like, oh, I could do all of that. And then my lower back times it. It's like, ma'am, actually you can't. And so me and our team of stunt women and me and Jeff, we all combined to make Syd and McKenna the badass, kicking, crime fighters that they are. But no, my ego though feels like I can do it all. And then I try one of those high kicks, and then I end up with ice packs and smelling like icy hot. And so I have to take a step back and hand over the toughest job to the toughest women on set, which are the stunt women.
Yeah, of course. Well, we see you take a step forward, though, on a beautiful cover. You're on this month's issue of Women's Health magazine, looking amazing. How did it feel when you were shooting it?
I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. And honestly, so much of it had to do with, it was the first time shooting a cover with a Black female photographer. And I've been in the business 25 years. So that was an amazing and, kind of a bizarre and unfortunate that it took that long to happen, but it just felt so empowering to be shot by a Black woman. That was amazing. And it was the first time I wore my own hair. No wigs or clips or weaves or anything. It was just my own natural curls. And I felt so amazing. Like, you couldn't tell me anything that day. Like, that was a day where I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what? I tuned out all the hateration and I was just fully in my body, and I felt like my most authentic self.
Gabrielle, earlier this year you filed that discrimination complaint against NBC and America's Got Talent. Do you think we're starting to see changes in the industry actually heading in a better direction?
You know, change is all about perspective. So if you're one of those people who's been desperately waiting for change, it feels like it's moving at a snail's pace, right? And if you're one of those people that's been standing in the way of progress and you've been able to get away with poor behavior for a long time, this change feels like a rush to cancel culture when it's really just accountability and consequences. So yes, change is happening, but it's slow if you've been waiting for it. But it's happening slowly, and that's one of the things I have to stay hopeful about. That more people than not want to be on the right side of history when this whole thing is said and done, and are truly embracing creating safer, happier, healthier, and more inclusive workplaces.
Well, you are certainly helping pave the way. Gabrielle Union, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
We want to tell everyone all 13 episodes of Season 2 of LA's Finest premiere tomorrow exclusively to Spectrum Video subscribers. So get the family watching, Gabrielle.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.